In this video, I'm just going to show you how to produce and save and share and upload a video through Camtasia onto Libsyn for sharing it and distributing the podcast onto iTunes and other platforms. So you just click on the share button once you're finished recording or editing a video in Camtasia, and then I want to share, click on local file, save it to the PC, and then I will choose this one here. Oops. Custom, just leave it on that. And then I want to choose, there's no option for other audio apart from this one here, so it's an M4A I'm stuck with. So just click on custom production settings, next. You want to download or produce it as an audio only, because I'm not keeping the video file, I'm creating a podcast in this example. Click next. Leave the bitrate at 16 kilobits. You can change it and make it higher quality or lower the quality, but the higher the quality, obviously this will take up more space on your computer and on your hosting platform. You can also add like titles and information for your like copyrighting your audio when it gets published across the internet, and this saves things like when people illegally download content from the internet. This information is kind of attached to these files from the get-go, from this production side. So it's quite important to add that in. So I'm just going to call this one sample, because this is just a sample for this video. Keywords, always important. And you can put into description there as well. You can also add some iTunes information if you want this to go up onto iTunes. You can actually block it from iTunes podcast directory if you want to do that. You can also explain if you've been swearing or not in your recording as well, because you will need to note that for iTunes so it can say that it's explicit or not. And then you choose the categories for your podcast. And OK, and click next, or you can actually preview it here, but I'm just going to click next. Sample podcast. And just choose your file, your folder where you want to save it. Name the file, click save. Just leave that, and then click finish. So that's it now produced as an M4A file. But what we want to do now, obviously listen to it, make sure it sounds okay. That sounds fine, and then what we want to do is convert this and make sure it's an MP3 file for uploading to Libsyn. So just jump over to the internet here and go to just choosing an audio converter. open file. Just want to find that folder again where you saved it. You might not have to do this process if you're using different software, but on Camtasia the only audio option is an audio file that doesn't work with Libsyn, unfortunately. The solution is we can use audio converter like online-audio-converter.com to fix that. It is there, so that's uploading. It's a nice small file, but yours might take longer if it's a couple of minutes or to an hour. It will take a wee while to upload, so just upload that, and then click the type of format that you want to save it as. You've got more options here. Always MP3 if you're doing it on Libsyn. You can increase the quality, but again, that will increase the file size and take up your hosting space and your space on your PC. So again, obviously this is the quality bar. You can take that right up and make it the best quality. But if you're on a budget on terms of space, you can drag that back down to standard or good, and just to save space for your hosting on Libsyn. And then you've got some extra advanced settings there. I'm just going to click on convert for this example, and that's it converted. It was quick again, and then just click download. That's it downloading to my PC. That'll usually download to your downloads folder, and then what you want to do this next step is go to your Libsyn account and click on content, or hover over content, and then click on add new episode. And just scroll down and click add media file, upload from hard drive, and just want to find downloads, look for the file name. There it is there. You see that's an MP3 format now. Just scroll down. Check everything's uploaded okay. It says upload successful. So all you want to do now is click on details and make the title whatever you want. Add lots of keywords in here. Make it descriptive so people know what the podcast is as a whole, and entice them. Again, attention. Get their attention to make them want to click on that podcast link over other podcasts that are in the iTunes library, and just stand out so that people will click and listen to this podcast. Then you can add a long description into here. It has a word count there, so this is a sample. I would recommend filling that out as much as possible, again enticing them to want to read it and listen on. That's what the description's for. So the title is to get their first attention when they're scrolling about on a podcast platform like iTunes or Spotify. And then from the title you want them to read the description, and then the description should have that attention, get their interest and cover their desire, and then get them to take action, actually watch or listen to the podcast. Then scroll down and click on category, business, and then whatever your category is, you can create a category, or you just choose general. I created this category for myself, and then this one you could add in keywords. I usually talk a lot about SEO, search engine optimization. marketing, etc, etc. And then just leave all this, leave comments enabled if you want. And then the same goes for iTunes. I usually just do this, copy this, paste that in there. So this is the information that will go into iTunes now. This information is the information that will go into your Libsyn podcast page or website. And then choose your episode type. Normal episode, I usually just leave it as, unless it is a trailer or a bonus. And then you put the season number if you want, or the episode number. I think this was episode 8 I was talking about, so just put in 8 for an example. And then you can put the rating if it's explicit or clean, so no swear words, no adult words. You can just leave it as not set or click clean if you want. And then the iTunes author. Go to artwork, which is the next step on these tabs along the top. And this is a section where you add your artwork for iTunes and other podcast platforms. You can copy a URL from another website where you've got the artwork already uploaded, which saves you uploading again, or you can upload new. Click here, choose file. I'm just going to find the images. I've already got this saved here. So you can see the dimensions is 1400 by 1400, which is a minimum size for uploading to Libsyn. Here's some of the dimensions here for looking at the sizes for thumbnails. You've got widescreen image as well, and just your thumbnail, which should be a square shape. Here's the dimensions here if you need to know any more about that. You can find this page at support.libsyn.com/kb/working-with-episode-artwork. There's a size for a widescreen image if you have one. It's 1920 by 1080 pixels. So there's your minimum, which I have covered, and your maximum size of pixels is 3000 by 3000, and it should be under 500 kilobytes. So you can then upload your widescreen image there as well. And you click to go to scheduling if you want to schedule your podcast in for a later date. So if you're maybe doing 10 podcasts ahead of time, you could schedule one in for today, schedule one in for a week, a month, a year later, and that'll allow you to do that with the scheduling option. Usually I just publish weekly as a virtue, and until one day I fell behind, but I'm now catching up with myself. So what I'll be doing is publishing this one right now. Just click publish here, but because this is a sample and I don't want this to go into iTunes, I trust that would work. I can save that as a draft, but let's just have a wee look at scheduling. You see the options here. So that's how to produce and upload, convert and upload, and schedule or publish your content into iTunes and Libsyn and other podcast platforms. Thanks for watching.